My God, my eye. Hi, Facebook. How are you? Let's go on Instagram. Instagram Live. Okay, great. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Financial Bootcamp. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. Hello, Lucero, Nayeli. Who else is on here? My goodness. Sense of Well-Being, Sports Music 13, The Balloon Maven, hello, Maricela Hernandez, hello, Diana B, how are you? Hello, everybody, Moni 16, how are you? Sheree Ray, how are you? Hello, everybody. Holistically, Sonia, hello. Morning Love, how are you doing? Fantastic. Well, welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. My name is Eva Macias, for those that don't know, and it's your first time. And I'm excited to see who is on Facebook. So, for all my Facebook people, please go ahead and post a comment on Facebook and on Instagram. If it's your first time, not only on Instagram and Facebook, please post thank you. Please post if you are a first timer on here. My goal is that you guys are not going to be first timers forever, that you guys will continue to come back. So if it's your first time, please post on here that it's your first time. Again, you guys probably know, I want to know what city you guys are tuning in from. And yeah, let's get started. Happy Wealthy Wednesday. Let's get started with today. You love my curls. Thank you. So I'll share a little secret about these curls, okay? In just a bit. Alumni, woo, I love it. Yeah, I'll actually get right to it. So I have very straight hair. And okay, fantastic. The first time, fantastic. And when I go get my hair done, whether it's a haircut or a hair dye, since I'm just at home, I don't DMV area. What does that mean? I don't know what DMV area means. So if you can let me know what that means. So I don't usually want my hair styled because I don't go anywhere. So I actually really like the braids look on me, like I can't pull my hair. So after I do the braids, after I take them out, this is what I get. So it's fun. It's voluptuous. It's fantastic. I mean, like it's a kick out of it, and I look like a completely different woman. So yeah, it's super curly and it's fun. And so, anyways, that's how I get these curls. It's great. So San Antonio, fantastic. Chino Hills, yay. I used to go all the way to Chino to go eat sushi a long time ago. Okay, so fantastic. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. If it's your first time, thank you guys for joining. If it's not your first time, I love you guys. Thank you for continuously coming on here. And if you watch this on the replay, we love you too. We've been hosting Wealthy Wednesdays for a few years now, and the goal is to just have different perspectives on money or different topics usually, but it's usually around money. Norma, thank you for posting on Facebook. I appreciate it. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been, I was reading a book about, the name of the book is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And something came up for me while reading the book, and that's actually how I came up with the topic. And I also wanted to share with you that these topics really come to me as how, like, I think about how many people may be going through this, right? So this is why and how I choose some of the topics, or some of you may submit topics, which I love. You guys can always submit any Wealthy Wednesday topics, and then I'll do a little bit of homework to try to get you guys, different perspectives, or just to do the homework for you. But before we go there, because I know somebody just posted alumni, I'm going to give a huge, 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 huge shout out to all of the participants that just finished the financial boot camp. We had 115 participants that signed up for the last boot camp that we just finished yesterday. And I just want to say congratulations to all of you. So we just welcomed 115 new alumni to financial boot camp, where they're worthy of having it all. And so, again, if you're an alumni, please share with your group of people, with your amazing connections, to share with them what it did for you, and some of the breakthroughs that you had, maybe a thing you learned, so that this way maybe they decide to jump on, and we can continue to make a ripple effect on really allowing people to start thinking about finances in a completely different way now, right? So I see a lot of people want to sponsor a friend for a boot camp, but keep the shirt. Girl. Okay. Best class ever, had a huge impact on my life. Fantastic. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful it has. I love hearing these because then these testimonials, because it gives me the fuel to keep going, and also it continuously gives me that reinforcement that it is working. Because we have good days and we have bad days, and sometimes in my bad days, these testimonials are just reminders of the impact that I know that I have and I can create in the world. So thank you guys. So again, a high five to 115 of you that just came on to this fantastic journey of being an alumni. Rock your shirt, tag us, you know the drill, and tell all your friends about it. And if you're wondering what's this financial boot camp, you guys, the link is in the bio on Instagram. You can go to my Facebook. I'm sorry, you can go to my website, evamacias.com, click on boot camp, know all about it. It gives you all the details. And so jump on it. Our goal, the next one happening is September 15th. It will be the last one for the year of 2020, and our goal is to hit 150 participants to it. Don't know what's going on with my voice. So I need your help. I need your help to get to 150 bootcamp participants. So my goal, I approach my finances with confidence now, knowing how to manage it better. Ooh, 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 that's right. Yeah, 150. I need your help. I can't do that alone. I know I can't. And all of you are one conversation away from making an impact in somebody's life. Like if I didn't jump on here time after time after time to tell you what it's done for other people, it probably wouldn't have impacted yours as well. So remember, you're one conversation away from someone that's praying, literally saying, "Oh my God, I wish I had a class like X," and you have all about it. So Carmen, sign me up, girl. Go on the link in the bio or go to my website so you can sign up. It's super easy. Trust me. I don't like complicated stuff. I like simplicity in my life. Okay, so fantastic. Oh, right. So also I want to acknowledge Velia, which Miss Velia is Ayuda en Español. She is a fantastic, amazing human. She's a friend. She started off as a client. She is a friend, and she actually supports me greatly with the financial boot camps, which I just want to acknowledge her publicly because she is fantastic. And actually, her daughter does the shirts for the men that have actually participated in the boot camp. And so, Giselle, who's also an alumni, I just want to acknowledge you and like give you big kudos as well for all of this fantastic stuff that you guys do, from the t-shirts, and Ivy, of course, Ivy Love, who does the women's shirt. So again, it's a collaboration. By the way, all these collaborations that I have for this financial bootcamp, they're all alumni. And so my goal with the alumni is to continuously create a community of engaged community where we can buy off of each other's services, use each other's services, especially in times like right now. Why? Because it's really important that we help one another, not only just as the alumni, like as a whole, but like these are like one conversation away. We're all talking about money. We all have financial goals. So that's the goal. And we all have not just financial goals, but a bigger vision for ourselves. Don't get it twisted. It's not just always about the money. And that's actually what I want to talk to you guys about. So I'm going to segue into that. So today's topic is about financial deposits, right? And you're like, financial deposits? Well, I deposit money. Like, I'm going to ask you guys on the other side of Instagram and Facebook, social media, when you saw the topic of financial deposits, what did you think? That's my question to you. I want to know what you guys thought when I posted that, like, or when you received the email, like financial deposits. Oh, okay. Like, I know, like, I deposit money in my savings, probably, right? Like, what came up for you when you saw that? I'm just curious for anybody that's on here. Hi. I'm going to pause just to see, not pause, but I'm going to see what you guys post. Um, so, what did you think? Savings. Okay. Someone said, perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Savings, right? More sources of income. Fantastic. What else? Do I have money in my account? That was a question. Oh man, financial deposits, auto deposits. Okay, fantastic. Okay, savings. Okay, great. All of those are right. None of them are wrong. But what I had in mind, investments. Okay, fantastic. So what I had in mind was really something a little bit, okay, literally deposits. Okay, so financial deposits. This is what I had in mind when I actually wanted to talk about this topic. I finished reading The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And in that book, again, I highly encourage that you listen to it, audiobook it, buy it on Amazon, whatever. I just gifted that book to one of my amazing clients. If you're on here, you'll be loving it. Surprise. But when I read the book, I had started the book. It's a 6-hour book. And I started the book. I read 3 hours of it. and this was like probably weeks back. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a good book. But then towards the end, it really hit home for me. I don't know if it's because of where I was mentally. And what ended up happening, it talked about life and how to simplify life, how to create 1 hour a day that really gives you a meaning. 1 hour a day. So everything that you do in that hour should be a contribution to your better being, right? And so as I was listening to it, I started thinking, I talk a lot about money, and money is just energy, right? I got into some conversations earlier today with some clients, and not a clients, I'm sorry, alumni, and some of them said, I finally got to my first $2,000 in my savings account. And I'm like, great, and to other people, some other people are putting $2,000 into their savings account monthly, you see? And so I started thinking about how savings and deposits has such a wide meaning when we put a dollar amount to it, right? The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Yes, that's the name of the book. Um, but I was thinking about this. Some of you don't have money not because you don't make money. You don't have money because you actually have not had the opportunity to pause for 5 seconds. If you want to read another book, it's The 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Okay? Pause for 5 seconds and ask yourself, would this make a contribution to my savings account? Or would this make a contribution to my financial plan? So when I thought about financial deposits, I thought about what are the mental financial deposits that you do? So, for example, mental deposit would be in the morning as you get in the shower. Do you just get in the shower and just kind of like, you're half asleep? Or do you get in the shower intentionally to, like, I'll give you something that I used to do and I just kind of lost track of doing it. But I used to get in the shower and I used to, like, when I was washing my hair, I would actually acknowledge my hair. I would say thank you so much because I was losing my hair at that time, and not because I was like a contribution of a lot of things, right? So what you would do, or what I would do, is I would be grateful for it. So I would, like, as I was showering, I'm like, I'm so grateful for my hair. I'm grateful for my mind. I'm grateful for my eyes. I can see, like, as I was showering, I was grateful for, like, everything. And so that was making a deposit to my mental health and to my ability to continue to be, one, grateful, two, present, three, in my body, like so many like deposits, right? And so that's what I would do. So my question to you is, when you think of deposits, usually you just think of money being put in a savings account, right? But what if we started thinking about financial deposits as a way of life in everything that we do, right? You think about that. If every morning you woke up and instead of the first thing that you do is grabbing the phone and checking Instagram, or how many of you are guilty of that, by the way? Because I know I'm not the only one that is guilty of grabbing your phone and the first thing you do is what? Oh, hey, Instagram, Facebook, emails, text messages, all that stuff. Your mind just goes on automatic. What if we took a moment to, and this is something that I do practice, that you wake up in the morning and you just say, like, one thing that I do is I say, good morning, God. That's the first thing I say. And it's good morning, God, and good morning to my husband, and good morning to, like, Camila, and good morning to the dog, like Marley. I'm not kidding you. I say good morning to everybody in the room, and then I go and take care of and mom takes care of mom, right? I go and take care of my stuff. And so also, again, financial deposits can mean so many different things for so many people. But what I want you to do is take one day and you ask yourself, how can I today make financial deposits in every form? So, for example, mental, physical money, right? Mental, physical, whatever it looks like. So, jumping in the shower, being grateful, eating your food, actually eating it instead of like, right? Or cooking at home something quick that you don't have to go out and buy something, right? You guys know the hashtag cafecito at home, making some nice cup of coffee, enjoying your cup of coffee. I remember somebody told me, oh, you're going to become part of the mom club that has to reheat her coffee often, right? And let me share something with you. I refuse to be that mom. What I do want to be is that mom that has one cup. I don't need 5 cups. I just need one cup that I can enjoy so that I can be fulfilled, so that I don't need 5 cups and continuously reheat my cup of coffee and not enjoy it. So I've had to train myself recently as a mom, as a new mom, to ask myself what's important for me and do I need a lot of it or can I just, like, so things like that, right? Also, one of the things you refuse to as well, yeah, absolutely. Also, financial deposits. It is so easy to be bored and jump on Amazon or Target or whatever, or so easy to do like, oh, I can just go up and pick it up because COVID style, I don't have to see anybody. I can just go up and they put it in the trunk of my car. Like, is that making financial deposits for you? And again, I know I talked about financial deposits, but financial deposit is just energy. So, how much of your energy are you actually making a contribution to yourself, to your well being in everything? Or how often are you depleting yourself? Mind you, let's not go too far. There's a lot of outsourced things like the news and all the negative you know, that's going on in the world right now. That's not making a contribution to our well being. So, my question to all of you, and why I wanted to jump onto this, and why I wanted to talk about this is when you make financial deposits, it's not just money, it's energy deposits. Are you constantly depositing energy into your being, right? Because I hear this often, I don't have time, I don't have money. But that's just a lie that you've convinced yourself and your new belief system that you believe that you don't have time and you have money. I get it. Learning at home for a lot of you moms. I don't know how you do it, so kudos to you. I know if you're working from home, I know it's different. But even working from home, and after you put the kids to sleep, if the kids aren't asleep, let's just say by 9 o'clock or whatever their bedtime is, and they're asleep by 11, at least they get to be in the room. And like, you have to retrain yourself, right? So you get to retrain yourself so that this way there's energy left for you to constantly pour into your family. So if you're constantly doing things that drain your energy and your finances, then the goal would be that you take note of those things so you can actually stop doing those things. And so the goal is today, if you want to, go home, whether you want to do it yourself or if you and your spouse are listening to this, and ask yourself, like, what do we do every single day that makes a deposit into our household? Emotional, financial, physical. Does this make a contribution to our household? If it does, let's keep it. If it doesn't, then let's work on it. You're not going to just like de la noche a la mañana, boom, disappear, it's gone. Like, let's work on it. Let's get better at it, right? And so, again, financial deposits, if you remove the word financial, they're energy deposits. So, if we start looking at money as energy, what habit have you not broken that's continuously making withdrawals from you, right? So simply the morales. Let's see. I'm working from home and I have 3 doing distance learning. I enjoy my coffee at 8 a.m., work out at 4, and run at 6 p.m. Those are my 30 minutes for myself. Amen. See, those are things that are making contributions to you. And having 3 doing distance learning, right? So again, the goal here is for you to start thinking about it's a must to take care of myself. But ask yourself, like, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Like, I'm not a big, like, workout fanatic, but now I've acknowledged that working out is something that I choose to do because it allows me to just get, someone from Denver is calling me that doesn't know that I'm a love against her. That just gives me, like, for me to be in my body, like, make a contribution to my body. I've also learned to, like I said, have that 1 cup of coffee, make breakfast at home. I've learned to say no to clients. Like, as much as I love my clients, I've learned to say no to clients. And so it is really important that, especially through these times, guys, because mind you, I've had really shitty days and you probably wouldn't know it, but I have had really shitty days and where they just drained me. And majority of those drained days are all up here. I can be my ego is a crazy bitch up here. I'm not kidding you. And so I need to train my ego to shut up. It's not easy, but I get to continuously like get better and get better and get better. Okay. And I know this of myself. So this is why I need to, and I get to for myself, for my well being, for my daughter's well being, for Remo's well being, for sure, for Marley's well being, for me to be a happy human being that's fulfilled because I'm constantly making positive energy deposits into all areas of my life because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Okay? That's what I love about you, the honesty. Girl, I'm crazy like that too. Trust me, I'm human. I'm not any different than any other human being on the other side of this social media platform. We we were, I'm married. We get into it. We have a child. We're still adapting. A businesswoman, still learning to run a business from home. Now more because I have a baby that I'll be carrying as I'm talking to. Like it's the truth. And a lot of you are going through this, but a lot of you don't want to talk about it. And so we don't want to look at it from the perspective of contributions. How can, through these new times, they're not new normal, through our new times, can we still continuously make financial, aka energy deposits into all areas of our lives? Okay, so what does that look like for you? I recently had to turn away clients, which is so hard to me. I own my own business and it was so hard to myself. Yes, mental wellness. Carmen, what do you do? And yes, and maybe just letting them know, I can't take you right now. Maybe in a month from now, I can reconnect with you. I had someone that I desperately wanted to be part of my team, and she's like, I can't take you right now. I could probably reconnect with you in February to see if I can take you on, but I don't want to disappoint you. Reached out to her. Unfortunately, she's not taking any new clients. And I said, no problem. That was my bad for procrastinating in connecting with her. This is the power of now. I should have done it immediately because she had time when I actually connected with her the first time, right? So again, the goal behind financial deposits is to help you understand, because when you are actually body shop and registration, okay, great. When you're mentally clear here, all the other areas of your life, you start making better decisions, right? They're not even better; they're a little more clear. So clarity is important, right? What do you value? I know everybody says, "Oh, I value my family." Yeah, but sometimes we treat our family like shit. Let's be quite honest. Like, "Oh, I value my kids," but sometimes you want to scream the you know what out of it. Like you're like, "Oh my god, you're getting on my nerves," right? So it is so important that we continuously ask ourselves. Let just do it just for today. Ask yourself today. What did I do since I woke up until I go to, like, what have I done so far up until now? Let's just say, what have I done that's actually contributed to my well-being, to my bank account, to my marriage, to my family? What was not? What was it? What was a withdrawal? What took away from energy, time, love, connection, all that stuff? What took away from that? Right? What made a deposit? And see and evaluate, right? Maybe you guys are spending too much time watching television, but not enough time connecting. Maybe you're spending too much time eating out, because I see a lot of restaurants jam packed, and you're not really creating, like, at home. I'll tell you one thing that my husband and I did that I thought was really amazing, and I got to give kudos to him because, so high five, babe, because it was his idea. Um, Not his idea, but it was really, really cute. It was a book. It's called Disconnect to Reconnect. Not the book, but it's like this really amazing couples book. And he surprised me one day, and it's like how to be creative with dates at home. And some of them are at home, and some of them are away. And let me tell you something. He surprised me one, which I thought was fantastic because he has a super busy day all day, every day. And the very first thing was to bake a pie. And we didn't have any of the things to do a pie. So he ended up baking a cake for me. And it was the most, like, come on, the box is probably like $1.20, $1.25 plus eggs. Like, I don't know, it's probably like a $4 cake, $3 cake, whatever. And we enjoyed the cake so much. We had, like, I had a blast creating it and seeing him bake for the first time and asking me like questions that I'm like, really, you don't know this stuff? Because I know it. I would assume that he knows it, and he doesn't. So it was really awesome that we were communicating in a very different form. So again, it was a contribution to our marriage, right? And so, like, putting our daughter to sleep at a certain time is a contribution to our marriage. Um, and I've also done, what is it, withdrawals to our marriage. Like, I've been crazy, and I'm like, oh my god. But I've had to check myself, and I've also had to say I'm sorry. And so the reason why I say that, just in relationship, it's what are you currently doing to continuously making financial deposits, right? Financial meaning energy deposits. I talk about money all the time. Are you continuously contributing to your all your accounts, your savings account, your housing account that you want to buy a house? Are you, you know what I mean? Are you making contributions to your finances, or are you taking away from your finances? Because a lot of the times we play victim to this, oh, well, I don't earn enough. My employer just laid me off. Oh my God, these credit card interests are super, super high. But you don't have to take out a credit card, and you can quit your job and go look for another one that has higher pay, or you can ask for a pay raise. Because there's a lot of companies out there making a lot of money right now, even through a pandemic. So I invite you to really think about today as, what contributions have I made to the three most important things in my life or people. So, for example, family. Well, first of all, yourself, your family, maybe your community. Okay. So, what contribution have you made to those three? And so, ask yourself and just make a list of what you've done today. And if you're like, man, I'm not happy because I wasted an hour on social media just doing nothing. I could have been reading that book, or I could have um, something that you love to do. For me, it's I could have played another hour with Camila. Like, I actually really enjoy playing with her. So I asked myself, like, what are you currently doing to add more value and more meaning to, not like add more stuff, add more meaning to all the areas of your life. I'm going to take it back to money, okay? If you make more contributions to your savings account, to the finances, right? Or if you make more contributions to those areas of your life that you're really, like, if you're trying to get out of debt, if you're trying to buy a house, whatever the case may be, you're trying to retire soon, you're trying to retire your parents, whatever that looks like. If you're still if your goal is to make more contributions to that, as you make these contributions, you will value it a lot more, because you will actually understand the time and energy it took to get you there, and the person you needed to recreate yourself to be, right? So again, I invite you that as the day ends, right, that you ask yourself, what are some financial deposits I have made in all areas of my life to my family? What are the, how have I added energy to myself? How have I added energy to my family? How have I added, okay, deposits? How have I gifted more of the better version of me to all of those around me, including myself, each and every day? Or if you're like, man, I took that cigarette break and I probably shouldn't have. Instead of taking maybe 4 cigarette breaks, I should have taken 2 so that I can start quitting. I don't know, whatever it is that your vice is. Or maybe I shouldn't have been drinking so much. I should have had one less glass of wine, or I should have had one less item on Amazon because I really didn't need that. If you look at your history on Amazon, if you look at the stuff that you shouldn't have bought, and you're like, man, like, all that stuff is stupid. Like, I've bought some stuff and I'm like, why did I buy this? You know, why did I spend $8 on the light for the toilet? Like, I just recently bought that and I was like, why did I spend $8 on that? And then I remind myself of, like, oh yeah, and I didn't buy the batteries. So it's just sitting in literally in the garage. So again, the goal is always to make a contribution to you and your family as you gift me your time. And so for that, I want to say I'm grateful and I'm thank you. And also, me putting on makeup to just come on Wealthy Wednesdays is awesome. Makes it actually helps me. I can be without makeup, actually enjoy being without makeup, but it also helps me feel like I'm back to what I love to do, which is to be on camera talking to you guys. And so again, my goal is to each and every one of you is to make a contribution to your home, to your brain, to your household, to your finances, and look at it from, oh, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. Again, today ask yourself, do a rundown of your day since the morning till up until now and say, how did I contribute financially, emotionally, physically, mentally to the top 3 most important people in my life? And if you felt like you could have done without, then maybe you don't completely knock it off, but maybe, I'm just going to use, if you're on the TV every single day as soon as you get home, maybe one day out of the week you're not on the TV, right? Maybe then the following week you try to do 2 days, and you just little by little remove that non-serving um, action that withdraws from your life, and you convert that into something that's going to make financial, energetically amazing deposits into your household. And that's really where the abundance, where the true meaning of having a life worth living starts taking into effect, because there's a lot of mental depression right now, and it is really important that we learn how to acknowledge the feelings that we have. Like, I cried, I sat in my closet and I cried. And then after that, I washed my face and I said, okay, let's move on. So, again, we're all going through something. Nobody's perfect, and we're all human and we're all dealing with everything. But the goal is to make continuously effort into making much better contributions, deposits into all areas of our life, not just financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, in all areas. So, again, I hope you guys loved the topic, and I hope it all made sense, because in my head it all makes sense. But when I say it, I don't know if what's up here is what I'm literally trying to articulate. So, again, I appreciate all of you guys. We do have, thank you. We do have a last financial boot camp of the year, and so it will start September 15th. Registration is now open, and our goal is to hit 150, which I know we are, because I set the intention, and I'm going to work and I'm going to connect, and I'm going to make sure that you guys all know that we're trying to definitely get that, because the more people go through this shift of mental blocks about money, the more we help others create wealth, the more wealth comes to us. And so somebody said, I cried last night. I have 2 kids on distant learning and the teacher, and I'm crying help so much. Yeah, absolutely. So again, you guys can register on Instagram. The link is in the bio. On Facebook, no, I'm sorry, not on Facebook. On my website, evamacias.com. If you DM me to register you, I can't. You got to complete the information. Again, if you're an alumni, please tell your comadres, your compadres, or everybody about them, about the boot camp. And if you're on the fence of jumping on the financial boot camp, then if you're like, oh, I'm a little bit scared, then do it. If you're like, I don't know if this is for me, do it. If you're like, but I already know this stuff, do it. Because there's always an opportunity to learn something that will stick to your way of life that probably you didn't like. It's important that you know things, but if you don't act and actually take a physical, like if you don't actually do anything about them, then they're just things you know. There's not things that you apply. There's a difference between the things you know and the things you apply. And so, as somebody says, just do it. It's a great investment. And I said this, the more you invest in you, the better version of you happens. That's just what it is. Yay, that's awesome. So I appreciate all of you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your Wealthy Wednesday. If this message resonated with you, DM me. Let me know that this message landed. Oh, honey, is that a flower? Oh, no, I thought that's a little guy running. I was like, oh, how cute. Take the boot camp. It's so worth it. I was scared, but glad I took it. Okay. So I don't know why my husband's running. Are you running towards me? Or are you running away from me, or what? I'm running to the other room right now, I promise. I love all of you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your Wealthy Wednesday. And again, I love you guys. And remember, the motto for Financial Bootcamp is you're worthy of having it all. And so I believe that for everybody. And I am so grateful for all of you to continuously be constantly giving your time to us. So, run and sign up. Oh, babe. Sorry, my brain wasn't on. I love you guys. Have a good one. Happy Wealthy Wednesday. Remember, tune in every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So I'll chat with all of you next Wednesday. Bye. I love you.